Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to this subscriber replay, courtesy of Bionic Tree. Now, just before we get any further, I would quickly like to mention that Bionic Tree has his own YouTube channel, on which he features content from, among other things, Minecraft and World of Tanks. And in terms of World of Tanks stuff, he does rather like his Soviet tank destroyers, so if you like things with a big feck-off boomstick, you might want to go and pay that a visit. Hopefully I'll remember to put the link to his channel in the video description, so by all means go and check that out. Now, I had a particular interest in this because this is the SU-101, the other Tier 8 Soviet tank destroyer, the one that's not the 152mm boomstick-armed ISU-152. This is the more recent machine, and on the line of tank destroyers that, generally speaking, have lower alpha, higher rate of fire guns and tend to be more mobile. And now, you may remember that I played the SU-101 a little while back, and I had quite good fun in it. And so, you know, I quite recently bought this machine, bought it on discount. There was some special on, meaning there was some sort of discount on tier 8s, I can't remember what it was. But I bought this machine, so I'm interested in how it performs. Mine is very stock, so far my games in it haven't been fantastic, but Bionic's SU-101 is fully upgraded. So, this is an assault game on Karelia, Bionic's on the defending team, and this is a tier 8 game, so he's top tier, which is nice, especially for this machine, and because this whole tank destroyer line tends to have kind of low pen. So 219 average penetration and 320 alpha for a tier 8 tank destroyer is the penetration is certainly a little bit on the lackluster side. And so this whole line of tank destroyers tends to have guns that are from the Soviet medium tank that's one tier higher. So, for example, the SU-101 at tier 7 gets the gun from the T-44. This thing gets a gun that's available on the T-54. And thus it suffers from tier 9 Soviet medium tank syndrome, i.e. it gets horribly expensive ammunition. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you very quickly kill a WZ-111, by blowing his ammo rack. Always nice to see an ammo rack on an enemy tank. And that's Bionic's first kill, and a shed ton of damage on that guy. Because ammo rack... So yeah, it means that the ammunition on this thing is really expensive. When I say really expensive, you're paying over 1,000 credits per shot for this stuff. And usually, kill number 2, usually when you're paying more than 1,000 credits per shot, it's for something, typically when it's Russian, it's for something that does 390 damage per shot. This doesn't, it does 320. And the penetration isn't brilliant, so I would expect this thing to not be a very good moneymaker, although I haven't really played it properly myself, because I don't have mine fully upgraded. Now, it does have slightly low penetration, but you can see here, if you load heat, that penetration goes up to 330. Finally, Bionic gets spotted there. Been shooting away quite happily for ages without even being spotted. It's quite impressive. Camo rating on this looks to be very nice, and as you can see here, it's really rather mobile. But the gun depression is abysmal. Anyway, yeah, so this thing's expensive to run, but you can pack heat ammo if you so wish, which will be even more expensive, of course. And if I were to critique this replay at all, I guess the one thing I would say is that carrying a couple, I mean literally a couple, of rounds of heat ammunition may not be a terrible idea, you know, for those times when you really need to deal with that E75 frontally, you know, things like that. Yeah, so far, Bionic's picked up a nice amount of damage and 2 kills, doing basically the traditional tank destroyer thing. He's found his particular spot, he's got a camo net, and he's just been sniping people. And ammo racking some poor unfortunate WZ-111. Oh dear. Anyway, this is where Bionic's going to kind of switch roles, and this is sort of the speciality of this tank line. They're mobile, and that allows you to basically turn into a turretless sort of medium tank with a very powerful gun for its tier. In the right circumstance. So AMX shoots him, misses, shoots him again, that must have damaged the tracks or something, shoots him a third time, hasn't done any actual damage, Bionic misses him and says, screw it, I'm gonna ram you, mate. And then kills the AT-15 as well. So that's 4 kills. And I really like that. I like with this tank destroyer line, I like the fact that you can mix it up a bit and go from being a traditional tank destroyer to, if you get bored or if the if the situation permits it, getting stuck in and whizzing around and shooting people. Anyway, I should probably talk more about the replay, shouldn't I? So Bionic's picked up 4 kills, 2 of them, as I say, doing sort of the traditional tank destroyer thing, 2 of them being more aggressive, and kind of being as I say, a medium tank with a pretty awesome gun. So Bionic gets spotted at this point by that T-29, presumably by that T-29, which is a little bit awkward. I mean, his team are way ahead at the moment. It's not victory isn't a foregone conclusion, but especially because this is an assault game and his team are defending, there's a lot of pressure on the remaining 3 tanks on the enemy team to pull a win out of this. Bionic's team would really have to suck out at this point to throw this away. So, T-29 over to the right hand side. Jagdtiger 88 was last spotted in G5 underneath that ridgeline. And then there's the enemy artillery. So, Bionic has a look at the T-29, and as we all know, Soviet guns are more accurate if you don't aim. And there's the Jagdtiger 88, and it finally takes the Jagdtiger 88 to put some damage into Bionic, taking his tracks out in the process, but Bionic manages to put a shot through his lower plate to pick up kill number 6. There's the enemy artillery, but it dies before Bionic can get there, and that's the game. Bionic manages to pick up a Top Gun, and a nice amount of damage, and a very amusing ammo rack, and what I took away from this replay is it looks to me that when fully upgraded, the SU-101, well, it's going to be more of the same as the SU-100M1. God, these designations. And a lot of people didn't like the SU-100M1, the Somi, but I enjoyed it. I had fun driving it. So it looks like I'll have fun driving this when I finally get it upgraded. The stock SU-101 is not a particularly happy machine. The gun is not great. The mobility is alright, but nothing special. But it looks like when fully upgraded, I'm going to really enjoy that. So thank you very much for sending that in, Bionic. I thought it was very interesting to see what this machine is going to be like. And as I say, for those people who want to go and check out Bionic Tree's channel, link in the video description. So, a nice little game. You can have a look at the end plates at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos, and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao ciao.